Hi there, this is Jason in the IPR game room, and today we're going to talk about BFF, Best Friends Forever. Now, I like this game a lot. I really like this game. I played it for the first time at Big Bad Con in 2019 with Ross Kalman, the creator or lead creator. You might know Ross's work. His company's called Heart of the Deernicorn, and they put out the incredibly important and influential storytelling game Fall of Magic. This uses a lot of the same principles in the way it's played. I'm going to do something unusual here. I don't usually do unboxings here in the game room, but we're going to do an unboxing today, definitely, because there's just so much good stuff. I don't want to just hold up the box and tell you about it. So the basic premise of BFF is that you are tween girls. You are girls between 10 and 12 years of age, so you're not children exactly anymore, and you're not teenagers, and you are friends, and you go places together, and you do things together, and you have interpersonal relationships that develop in the game. And that's the game. It's not a game where you go, okay, well, we're on the hero's journey, we're going to go here, we're going to kill this, we're going to defeat that, we're going to do the other thing. It's gloriously doesn't go anywhere. It is just about your developing relationships with each other. And part of the genius of the game is that as you play it, your fictional tweens really do start to flesh out and feel more and more real and more like they have friendships with each other. I have, in fact, a tween daughter who's 10, about to turn 11. And the game really, to me, feels... Here, I'm just going to get the box open. There we go. Feels very real, not real in a factual sense, but real in an emotional sense. Now, it comes with this thing. It's a Hangout guide, right? And what it is, and it has design team. It has all the pictures of them from their yearbooks right here. So what it is, though, really, it has very simple rules for your character setup. I'll come back to that in just a minute, but it's not super complicated. And but what it does really, and this reminds me of Fall of Magic, is you have a certain number of hangouts that you go to. Each kind of round is one of you picks a hangout, and you go there, and you go from location to location, acting out scenes within the hangout. Here you're in school, and these are guided by cards. Here, I'll put this down. There's a bunch of these, and one of the really graphically neat things about them, and the artist is to be very much commended who did these. And this really is your game board, really, as it is that they feel... It feels like you're looking at them through the eyes of an 11-year-old. You know, things aren't really realistic. They're just they're big. You know, it's big. It's like you're an 11-year-old and you're looking at things through the eyes of being that young. And they're not realistic. They're even surreal in many cases, but they're surreal in the way, if you think way back to the misty past of being a tween, and it's a pretty misty past for me. But you can still remember that, like, how things seem so large. They seem so larger in life. They seem so new and bright. It really captures that. Now, in the box, you get quite a lot of stuff. As you can see, it comes in a board game box. You have your one die, and it's the only die you need. It's not really like a fate mechanic die. What it is when you're in various hangouts, there's rules in each hangout that dictate when it ends. And the die which often serves just as a marker moving along, helps you determine like sort of how narrative control will move. Each one's different, and then how it will end. And each one of the hangouts is completely different. So you're not stuck doing. It doesn't feel when you move from hangout to hangout like you're doing the same thing over and over again. Each one feels very different, and they look different. And again, they're gorgeous. And fun, and they look like what you'll remember things looking like through being not quite a teenager. It's quite something. You also get this wonderful, here, let me hold it up. I know this is all in my lap and you can't see it, and I can't help that, but so you get this charm box, right? So it looks like this, and you put your charms in it. It comes open, right? So I would have shown you, I bought a copy of this off of Heart of the Deernicorn at Big Bad Con, and I'd show you my copy, but we played it the other day, and one of the players liked it so much he asked if he could take my copy home to play with his friends online. So I opened up a new copy from the warehouse. And so you get this, and in it, you get all these charms you punch out. And what you do throughout the game, see these, is you have a charm bracelet, each of you. It's this little guide that tells you really all the rules of the game, and the rules are very simple, not very complex. And you also put charms in the charm bracelet. Sometimes you assign them to yourself because they say something about your character, about your friend, which is what your character is called. Or you give them to each other to say this tells me something about you. And you decide what that is. There's not any hard-wired rules here. Or you get rid of them. You put them back in the charm box, right? Because they're no longer you. You've let go of that, whatever the case may be. So it's a really neat mechanic. You see, you get a lot of charms, and then you have a bunch of these of your friends here, right? That you play. You select one to play to start with. And her name's on the back. This is Gabriella Paola and Jamelia and Carmen and Mia. And my favorite, let's punch her out. Yuki, right here. And see her name's on the back. And you have a stand. You have stands for each of them. Here we are. Get these stands right here. They're good stands, by the way. They're not chintzy. Your gal's gonna stand up and stay standing up. So that's a big kudos to the team at Heart of the Deernicorn because it's thoughtful. Like you get this. Sometimes you get the stands for little cardboard figurines, and they kind of go over all the time. These are really good. They don't fall down. And of course, you take your friend and she stands up in each location. And then you move her, within the Hangout from each location to location within the Hangout, so you can do different scenes. It's really neat. And you have your friendship cards right here. It's your friendship card deck, and you got an X card, which in the case of this game may legitimately, really come in handy a lot of the time. I mean, we always use X cards, or quite a lot of the time in our games here in the IPR game room. But I really think when you're tapping into people's tween memories, a good thing to have. But you've got 4 different types of friendship cards. There's forgive me for a minute. I should know this because I just played it like day before yesterday. But you've got ask, together, share, and make up. When each person selects a scene within the Hangout, they play a card. And then they give it to another player when they're done, who can keep it in their hand and then possibly hand it to another player. So you always have 3 cards in your hand, and you draw down or draw up or discard or draw up to that amount when each Hangout's done with. It keeps it from being really free-form storytelling. It allows you to get a little framing to your storytelling, and it works really well. Those of you who've played Fall of Magic by the same team will know how really good they are at taking free-form storytelling and using visual prompts to frame it. And the cards are part of that. I probably can't spend enough time saying good things about BFF, but I really enjoy it. It's very sweet and poignant. I did not expect to like it when I played it. I didn't expect to hate it or anything, but I didn't think to myself, wow, I'll really be able to really feel some emotion, really relate to this as 50-year-old man. But I really do. I really, really am very sensitive and sweet a game. Can't recommend it enough. And remember, gamers, when you go to Tiffy's house, she has both a terrarium and a snack bar.
Hey guys, AC here, just to let you know that BFF is available on IPR's website through the link in the description below. Make sure that you check out all of our social medias listed here on the screen, and check out our monthly newsletter. We just sent out the one for this month, but it comes out every month, and it has all sorts of neat information like what's back in stock at IPR, what's new in stock, Kickstarters and podcasts that we think you guys will like, and all sorts of things like that. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys next time.